let's talk quarterback power rankings, courtesy of the 33rd team and Derek Klassen, who I've been following on Twitter forever. Here are his rankings, 1 to 32. As you see, Brock Purdy, number 23, a conservative ranking. Niner fans would put him number 2 or 3, maybe number 1. But Derek Klassen of 33rd, the 33rd team has him at 23 after Justin Fields and Garoppolo and Pickett. Man, I've got to even I'm not that big of a hater. Niner fans, why don't you get mad at this guy?
Yeah, they probably will now. They should. Here's the way that I look at power rankings, Grant. Power rankings to me are who played the best, essentially, especially week 1. We have one game this season. So who played the best in that one game? That's what a power ranking is. That does not mean that this is the best player. So keeping guys like like Allen up there who did not have a good game, Burrow who threw for 82 yards. I mean, yeah, they're better players, and of course I would take them to build my franchise, but in a power ranking, to not have Purdy in the top 10, I think is a little crazy based off of how a lot of these other quarterbacks played. I mean, I can put him, should he not be above Fields? I mean, I think he should. Garoppolo, Pickett, not Love. Love played great. Definitely Daniel Jones, like I could make a case for a lot of these guys in front of him. Tua obviously played phenomenal. And Stafford played well. So I think in a power ranking situation, after just 1 week, Purdy would be the top 10 in the power rankings. I don't see how you can't. Like,
well,
this isn't who's the best.
I think it is. I think it is who's the best. I wouldn't make a power ranking based off of 1 week, but maybe he is. I wouldn't. I think it's fair to take the totality of their careers. And if you're going to do that, I don't see how you just put a guy with 9 starts in the top 10. I think it's fair to say so far so good. Putting him ahead of Deshaun Watson is a little strange. Putting him, I mean, wow. But below Fields, I think I could put Purdy ahead of Fields. I could put Purdy ahead of Garoppolo and Pickett. Love had a great week 1, too. I could put him ahead of Love since Love has 2 career starts. But then after that, Carr, Daniel Jones, Goff, Mac Jones, Russell Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, Tua, Cousins. These are all guys with long track records. And it's hard for Purdy to crack that until he could do it by the end of the season. But I think that's going to be something that he slowly does. And I think it's important not to get ahead of yourselves with quarterbacks early in their careers. We learned that from Jimmy. We learned that from Colin.
I agree wholeheartedly. This is like who you're taking to start your franchise. That's what this list is for sure. But also, I think then let's say that's what this list is. Is this list fair? If you're just like straight up like what's the word? Just a draft where everyone's available and they're all getting paid the same exact amount. Where does Purdy really get taken? I'm looking at it. I would take him above Garoppolo for sure. Like for sure. Garoppolo, Pickett. I mean, Fields has all the talent in the world, but he's got to show me that he can get rid of the ball on time.
Would you take him above
year
Love?
3. That one's a toss-up to me. It's 2 small sample sizes, so that's a toss-up. I'm taking him above Mac Jones. I'm right now. I'm taking him above Tannehill. I'm probably taking him above Russell Wilson right now. Just simply right now. Russell Wilson's not a good quarterback.
He's so much younger, so that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And that's, I mean, that's probably the list. I think,
I
mean, people crap on Goff, but I mean, I think Goff's pretty damn good. So I'd probably do that. So, I think you can make a case for Purdy to be realistically in this moment of guys you would take. If not 15, close to 15, like 14 to 17-ish,
That's what Micah Parsons said. He was like, man, Brock Purdy's not getting nearly enough credit. He's top 15, which is like, that's not even that big of a compliment. He's saying like he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, like one of the top half. And I think that's maybe fair, but I still think I'd like to know before, if we were to get a real ranking on him, like what happens if you start taking away a couple playmakers? We just had to see Patrick Mahomes without anyone last week. Yeah. Without anyone. Like Kadarius Toney couldn't catch anything. And now people are looking at Patrick Mahomes a little differently. Like, come on. Are you kidding?
Coming off of his second Super Bowl victory.
Yeah. So
no, I agree. I agree with that. It's I just look at quarterback power rankings as like a week to week type thing. I mean, otherwise, like for me,
how after one they are.
Yeah, I mean, because the way
Yeah.
that I see it is after one game, how do you move anybody up your list or down your list? If you have a list and you're like, this is my quarterbacks, and then you're drastically changing it after 1 week, I'm like, how much conviction did you have? Or like Lynch would say, how convicted are you? I don't know that you're very convicted.
That's a good point. Pissed off brother Bob says, Iglet, does Larry Krueger constantly say Purdy to you at practice? No. Nathan Flores says Geno Smith at 10. LOL. Man, Geno Smith folded big time in this last game. He looked awful.
He did.